Everyone talks about Dubai, but the real power of the Middle East has always been somewhere else. You are now looking at Abu Dhabi, the capital of the United Arab Emirates. It is one of the wealthiest cities in the world. When people mention the UAE, the first city that usually comes to mind is Dubai. Most people know Abu Dhabi primarily because of Etihad Airways. On your screen right now, there are photos of two men. I believe most of you recognize the man on the right. He is Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the current ruler of Dubai. The man on the left holds even more power than Rashid. He is far more influential. In a 2019 report published by the New York Times, he was directly ranked as the most powerful political leader in the world. Nearly everything happening in the Persian Gulf region today has his influence behind it. Dubai's current glory, its prosperity and brilliance, are actually inseparable from the drive of one man. That man is Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the president of the UAE. Before the 18th century, there were almost no traces of human civilization here. However, the areas surrounding Abu Dhabi were always important. For thousands of years, many small tribes settled here. At the time, the largest and most critical tribal alliance in the region was the Bani Yas Confederation. This alliance consisted of 20 smaller tribes. Each was ruled by different families. Among them was the Al-Falahi tribe. Both the Al-Nahyan family and the Al-Maktoum family originated from this tribe. In 1761, part of the Al-Falahi tribe came here in search of fresh water. They eventually settled along the coast of the Persian Gulf. This area later became what we now know as Abu Dhabi. At that time, the local economy relied mainly on two industries: pearl diving and fishing. These products were exported to markets in Iran and India. Mumbai was the largest pearl trading market in the world back then. Pearls were polished there and then sold to Europe and Turkey. This was how local people made a living. However, overall living conditions were very poor. The desert region lacked resources. Aside from fish and dates, there was almost no other food available. As a result, for thousands of years, Abu Dhabi's population remained very small. Even by the early 20th century, the total population of Abu Dhabi was only about 6,000 people. Later, Abu Dhabi suffered its first major blow. Japan began producing high-quality cultured pearls. This directly caused a sharp drop in demand for Abu Dhabi's natural pearls. The pearl industry nearly collapsed entirely. Then the Great Depression of 1929 made things even worse. Poverty and hunger were everywhere. At that time, it wasn't just Abu Dhabi. Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, and even Saudi Arabia faced similar conditions. Everything changed in 1938. Saudi Arabia discovered massive oil reserves. This became a major turning point. It immediately attracted the attention of the entire Western world. At the time, the ruler of Abu Dhabi was Sheikh Shakhbut bin Sultan Al Nahyan. After witnessing Saudi Arabia's discovery, he allowed Western companies to explore for oil in Abu Dhabi. But the good times did not last long. The following year, war broke out. Oil exploration was forced to stop. After World War II ended, global industrialization accelerated rapidly. Demand for oil surged dramatically. Western companies then resumed oil exploration in Abu Dhabi at full speed. In 1958, Abu Dhabi finally discovered oil reserves. Even so, the local situation did not immediately improve. This was because Sheikh Shakhbut was extremely cautious about oil revenues. He believed oil reserves were limited. After finally obtaining such a valuable resource, he feared that excessive extraction would eventually deplete it. At the time, he may not have realized that Abu Dhabi actually possessed one of the largest oil reserves in the world. Sheikh Shakhbut even restricted British oil production. This greatly angered other members of the Al Nahyan family. On one side, Saudi Arabia was earning billions of dollars from oil exports. On the other side, Abu Dhabi had vast oil reserves, yet only built a few roads and sidewalks. life showed little improvement. Until 1966, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan replaced his brother through military action. He became the new ruler of Abu Dhabi. This marked a historic turning point for the Persian Gulf region. It was he who led the Gulf toward its modern prosperity. Because of this, he is often called the father of the nation. Sheikh Zayed was completely different from his brother. He had great confidence in the discovery of oil. He believed it was an opportunity to change the destiny of the entire Gulf region. He was a visionary leader. He firmly believed that regional development required unity among the Emirates. Abu Dhabi could not enjoy oil wealth alone, while surrounding regions remained trapped in poverty. Such a situation could not last. At the same time, Britain had already decided to abandon its colonial rule in the region. In December 1971, under the leadership of Sheikh Zayed, 6 emirates united to form the United Arab Emirates. These 6 emirates were Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman, Al Quwain, and Fujairah. In 1972, Ras Al Khaimah also joined the UAE. This formed the 7 emirate structure we see today. Abu Dhabi became the capital of the UAE. Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan was elected as the first president of the UAE. After taking office, Sheikh Zayed first invested heavily in basic necessities. He built road networks connecting Abu Dhabi with surrounding villages. He launched power projects to solve energy shortages. He constructed sea barriers along the northern coast of Abu Dhabi to protect against maritime storms. Later, he shifted focus toward infrastructure upgrades. He built schools, hospitals, and government buildings. He equipped the police and military with the most advanced equipment and provided professional training. After all, these are the core institutions required for a functioning nation. At the time, Dubai did not have large oil reserves. Sheikh Zayed advised the Al Maktoum family of Dubai to focus on developing Dubai's infrastructure. He suggested transforming its future through 2 major industries. The first was the port of Dubai. The second was tourism. To support Dubai, Abu Dhabi provided substantial financial assistance. Gradually, Dubai gained global recognition thanks to its advanced infrastructure. During this process, a young boy was quietly observing everything. He was Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. He was the 3rd son of Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan, and he would later become the president of the UAE. At the time, he was only 10 or 11 years old, yet he closely observed his father's policies and decisions. He noticed that even as oil revenues continued to rise, his father still planned every expense with caution. For example, shortly after oil was discovered, his father established an investment authority. The goal was to invest surplus oil revenue into different sectors. The vision behind this was simple. If oil resources declined in the future, Abu Dhabi would still have diversified income streams and would not fall into crisis. Today, Abu Dhabi's investment funds have reached a scale of $1.3 trillion. Of that, $900 billion is allocated specifically for Abu Dhabi citizens. This means if that $900 billion were distributed among the 300,000 local residents, each person would receive about $3 million. From this perspective, Abu Dhabi's native population is among the wealthiest groups in the world, and the source of this wealth comes directly from the investment strategy guided by Sheikh Zayed. These funds invest not only in real estate, but also in stocks and funds, hotels, airports, factories, and banks across multiple sectors. As a result, no matter what global economic crisis occurs, Abu Dhabi remains remarkably stable. The most classic example is the 2008 global financial crisis. At that time, Dubai's economy fell into serious trouble. Abu Dhabi provided a $10 billion loan to help Dubai survive the crisis. In return, Dubai renamed its iconic skyscraper from Burj Dubai to Burj Khalifa. Even today, Dubai's total debt is around $90 billion. About $20 billion of that is owed to Abu Dhabi and has still not been repaid. This is the foundation of Abu Dhabi's economic power. Beyond economics, There are two additional factors that give Abu Dhabi dominance in the Gulf region. The first is the military. Mohammed bin Zayed spent a large portion of his life in the armed forces. At the age of 20, he joined the UAE Air Force. Perhaps it was this military experience that led him to build the UAE military into one of the strongest in the world. Few people know that the UAE has a Western nickname, Little Sparta. This is because the UAE has around 60,000 well-equipped, highly trained soldiers. It is one of the most combat-ready forces globally. In addition, all physically fit adult men in the UAE must undergo national military service. The UAE police force is also among the best equipped and most professionally trained in the world. In 2003, Abu Dhabi was ranked as the safest city in the world. This sense of security is precisely why the UAE has become a global center for finance, commerce, tourism, and logistics. Today, almost every major global corporation has a regional headquarters in either Dubai or Abu Dhabi. It is precisely because of this combined military and economic power that modern Abu Dhabi not only controls the direction of the UAE, but also dominates the geopolitical strategy of the entire Gulf region.